Tonight on the news, President Tinubu swears in 3 new ministers. Plus, training for procurement officers kicks off in Lagos. Hello and welcome to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. The news. The Acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, at the ongoing International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference in San Diego, engaged the Assistant Secretary of International Narcotic and Law Enforcement Service to enhance law enforcement and public safety in Nigeria. Acting IGP Egbetokun highlighted several key areas of collaboration, including the Special Intervention Squad in addressing critical security challenges in Nigeria. The INL's Assistant Secretary reaffirms the United States commitment in assisting the MPF in ongoing reforms efforts within the force, emphasizing the importance of prompt action. The meeting equally stressed the need to strengthen efforts relating to sex offenders registry database as an essential tool in safeguarding communities from sexual offenders and public safety. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in and inaugurated 3 more ministers into the Federal Executive Council, FEC. The new ministers include Balarabe Abbas Lawal from Kaduna State Environment, Jamila bin Ibrahim Kwara will serve as Minister of Youth Development, and Ayodele Olawande Ondo will serve as Minister of State for Youth. Nominees whose names were submitted in a supplementary list were screened and approved by the Senate about 2 weeks ago. The new minister representing Kaduna State, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, was nominated by the President Bola Tinubu as replacement for former Governor Nasir El-Rufai, whose nominations was not approved by the National Assembly. The addition brings the number of ministers in the cabinet for 48. It's World Food Day. As this day is celebrated, Nigerians have been assured of vibrant policies and improved livelihood as contained in the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Yeyari gave the assurance in Jigawa State while inspecting 40,000 acres of irrigation farmland to be used for massive wheat production in the state. Awal Muhammad reported that the theme for this year's celebration is Water is Life, Water is Food. The report.
Agriculture Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations, is marking the day to celebrate the amazing food that people have and to also raise awareness for people who do not have such privilege. Many people around the world face hunger and starvation, which is a massive problem in a number of countries, and the world needs to do more to raise awareness to combat this problem. Here in Nigeria, the federal government has set up short, medium and long-term plans for the realization of food security in the country. This, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, says the country has all the potential, noting that farmers will be exposed to modern farming trends and implement for bumper harvest.
The commitment is there also from the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we are along that trajectory. You recall that out of the 8-point agenda of Mr. President, number 1 is food security. That itself shows you the commitment of Mr. President. And there are 3 other out of the 8 that also has to do with agriculture, job creation and the economy and the economic growth, and poverty reduction, and also inclusivity, because I see a lot of youth here. and want to engage a lot of youth. Instead of lying fallow and lying idle, let them engage in something that will enhance their livelihood.
The minister says the federal government is not taking chances in exploring all opportunities embedded in the agricultural sector to boost the nation's food production for local consumption and exports. The minister was also at the palace of the Emir of Hadejia, Adamu Abubakar Maje, to intimate him on the federal government effort to invest in wheat production, as Jigawa State is contributing 40,000 hectares of fertile land to the program. In Dutse, Awal Muhammad Kazaure, NTA News.
The future of Africa's agriculture in the midst of climate crisis is engaging the minds of key players who are in Abuja for the inaugural conference of accelerating agricultural adaptation in Africa. Kelvin Ehowa reports.
The continent, representing different strata of the agricultural sector, including smallholder farmers groups, women in agriculture, as well as civil societies in climate change space, put together by the Pan-African Climate Change Justice Alliance and the Nigerian Climate Change Council. This conference has only one purpose: finding a way to sustain food production, as flooding is wiping farmlands across Africa, thereby endangering food security and livelihoods. With much of climate change financing tilting towards mitigation, stakeholders say it is now time for governments in Africa to pay more attention to adaptation strategies.
Putting together this conference will enable us identify solutions that can be applicable by looking at those solutions that have worked in similar countries like Nigeria within the African context, and then try to see how we can elaborate that.
There are climate variations. It means increase in pests, decrease in production, household production from their farms or agricultural practices.
Intervention agencies in Nigeria, whose mandate centered on rural development, are hopeful that the outcome of this conference will assist in redefining livelihoods improvement for rural farmers.
We have issues of agricultural development and the challenges that flooding come along with, and we feel this is a very great opportunity that we can utilize and harness and see how we improve on the life of the communities.
The Northeast as a whole is an agrarian area, and you know that Northeast constitutes 1/3 of the landmass of the entire nation. But we also know that even though agriculture is the mainstay of their economy, they are threatened by the devastating effects of climate change, which has caused drought, desertification, drying up of Lake Chad, forced migration.
Ahead of COP28, recommendations here will form part of Africa's position for the negotiation blocks on agriculture. In Abuja, Kelvin Ehowa, NTA News.
Participants at the 3 weeks training organized by the Bureau of Public Procurement have been charged to adhere strictly to the procurement process in their various organizations, as these would serve as a determining factor for the nation development. This formed part of the discussion at the opening ceremony of the 2023 Continuous Procurement Capacity Development Training Program in Lagos. Our correspondent, Nerot Nina Musa, reports.
Our participants and key players at the beginner's course of the Bureau of Public Procurement at the 2023 Continuous Procurement Capacity Development Training Program for parastatals, institutions, commissions, and agencies of the federal government of Nigeria. Director General of the Bureau, Mamman Amadu, who was represented by the Director of Data and ICT, charged the participants to embrace their role as procurement officers in fighting corruption and strengthening the economy by following standard procurement procedures in their dealings.
To a large extent, procurement plays a dominant role in every activity of government, including our households. You must procure before you can cook a pot of soup. So also you must procure everything you see on the road, the roads that are being built, the bridges that you see, the buildings you see, even the logistics of coming here. They are all procurement. So somebody that has to manage that thing needs to go through proper training. Hence, we have this conversion training for people to go through this training for activities that affect us as people and the country in general.
Coordinating Director of Training at the Bureau of Public Procurement says the training serves as the foundation of capacity building that enables participants to experience the entire procurement circle, placing emphasis on its challenges and benefits in nation building.
Well, ignorance is not an excuse. This training is primarily to ensure that officers who are involved in day-to-day management of procurement process are adequately trained. They have the knowledge, they have the practical skills to be able to timely and efficiently deliver on the mandates of their respective organization without compromising quality, without compromising the costs, and ensuring that the community, the society directly benefits from the activities.
Established under the Public Procurement Act 2007, the Bureau of Public Procurement is the regulatory authority saddled with the responsibility of harmonization of existing government policies and practices on public procurement to ensure probity, accountability, and transparency in the procurement process. In Lagos, narrates Nina Musa, NTA.
More of the news to come as we go on the break now. Please stay with us.
Jackpot of the week. Place bets and hit the jackpot. Log into the 1xBet account. Click on the Take Part button. Place bets and take part in the jackpot draw. Feel like a winner with 1xBet. Use promo code to get a bonus on your first deposit.
The children are our future, so it's crucial we communicate with them on Family Talk with Lamide. Join us on Family Talk with Lamide. As motivational TV personality, Lamide Adenuga delivers leadership and human capacity development content to our future leaders within and outside Nigeria. We also tackle social ills like bullying, drug abuse, peer pressure, depression, internet fraud, and many more. Family Talk with Lamide. It's all about us. Now showing on
Lucky Spring from 1xBet. Take part in promotion with cool prizes. Bet on any sports events. Get tickets. Have a chance to win cool prizes. The more you bet, the greater your chances. Use promo code to get a welcome bonus right now.
Welcome back, and if you are just joining us, you are watching NT Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. The Acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, at the ongoing International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference in San Diego, engaged the Assistant Secretary of International Narcotic and Law Enforcement Service to enhance law enforcement and public safety in Nigeria. The acting IGP Egbetokun highlighted several key areas of collaboration, including the Special Intervention Squad in addressing critical security challenges in Nigeria. The INL Assistant Secretary reaffirmed the United States commitment in assisting the MPF in ongoing reforms efforts, with the force emphasizing the importance of prompt action. The meeting equally stressed the need to strengthen efforts relating to sex offenders registry database, an essential tool in safeguarding communities from sexual offenders and public safety. Recognizing the value of professional development, the IGP and the INS Secretary agreed to consider programs aimed at training the trainers to enhance the capacity of the Nigeria Police Force through the development of skills. Now on entertainment news, let's join Victor Morayo as our guide as he talks about Davido's reaction on his newborn twins and more.
With her newborn twins for the first time in a video released on Friday. According that the singer lost his son after a police incident at his house in October 2022. Or at the point of giving up, a beautiful boy and girl came back in double. I kept the faith despite it being very hard, he said. Moving on, Edochie boasts out after his first wife, May Edochie, shared video living her best life in Madrid, stating that he is irreplaceable. May Edochie, Edochie's first wife, has sparked outrage online after posting photographs and videos of herself having a good time in Madrid. He published a video from a film in which he starred a few hours after May Edochie shared the video, bragging about his prowess and branding himself as irreplaceable. He wrote in a caption, "My fans always say that Edochie is irreplaceable. They are 100% right." Now on the foreign scene, tourist company actress Susan Sommer dies. She died on Sunday, the day before her 77th birthday, at her home in California after living with breast cancer for more than 20 years. Her family was gathered to celebrate her 77th birthday on 16th October. Instead, they will celebrate her extraordinary life and want to thank her millions of fans and followers who loved her dearly. And that is on Entertainment News. I am Victor Morayo.
And that concludes the news. Benga Oloyede is standing by for the translation of the news in Yoruba. Once again, thanks for joining us. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. A very good evening to you.
Ẹ kú àṣálẹ́ ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀yìn láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Gbénga Olóyèdé ni oníròyìn, ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti ṣe ètò ìbúra àti ìfilọ́lẹ̀ àwọn mínísítà mẹ́ta sínú ìgbìmọ̀ tìjọba àpapọ̀. Àwọn mínísítà mẹ́ta ọ̀hún ni a ti rí Balarabe Abbas Lawal láti ìpínlẹ̀ Kaduna láti di ipò ìṣàkóso agbègbè mú. Bákan náà ni wọ́n ṣe ìbúra fún Jamila Ibrahim láti ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ni yóò di ipò mínísítà tàwọn ọ̀dọ́ àti ìdàgbàsókè mú. Bákan náà ni wọ́n ṣe ètò ìbúra fún ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ayọ̀délé Ọláwándé láti ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo tí yóò lo ipò rẹ̀ fún mínísítà ìlú fún ti tàwọn ọ̀dọ́. Àwọn mínísítà mẹ́ta ọ̀hún tí orúkọ wọn jáde nínú àgbékalẹ̀ ìwé tàwọn mínísítà tí wọ́n yàn ni wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú mínísítà tí wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò wọn lọ́nà tó dágájíá fún ìbò ọwọ́lù wọn láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin àpapọ̀ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì sẹ́yìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mínísítà tuntun láti ìlú Kaduna Balarabe Abbas Lawal ló jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú mínísítà láti yíyàn rẹ̀ wáyé láti ọ̀dọ̀ ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu fún ìpàrọ̀ ipò tí ó gbà láti ọ̀dọ̀ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kaduna tẹ́lẹ̀rí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Nasir El-Rufai, èyí tí wọ́n tako yíyàn àti ìbú ọwọ́lù orúkọ rẹ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Bí gbogbo agbègbè ṣe ń ṣe ìsàmì àyájọ́ oúnjẹ, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ti fọwọ́ sọ̀yà fún pẹ̀lú ìlànà àti ètò tó jọjú láti lè mú kí ààbò tó péye wà fún ìpèsè oúnjẹ àti fún ìdàgbàsókè ìgbé ayé àwọn ènìyàn ìlú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀kan nínú ìlànà àti ìrètí tó wà nínú ètò ìṣèjọba ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Mínísítà fún ètò ọ̀gbìn àti ìpèsè oúnjẹ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Abubakar Kyari ló gbé gbólóhùn ìdánilójú ìfọwọ́sọ̀yà náà kalẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Jigawa ní àsìkò tó ń ṣe àbẹ̀wò àyẹ̀wò ohun èlò ìmúṣẹ́ṣe fún ohun ọ̀gbìn tàwọn àgbẹ̀ arokobọ́dúndé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Jigawa fún ṣíṣe ọ̀pọ̀ yanturu àkójọ ohun ọ̀gbìn ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àkórí ètò àyájọ́ ọdún yìí ni wọ́n pe àkọlé rẹ̀ ní omi ládùn ayé, omi ni ìpèsè fún oúnjẹ. àwọn olùkópa níbi ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọlọ́sẹ̀ mẹ́ta ti àwọn ọ́fíìsì àjọ ìlú táwọn ẹ̀ka tìjọba ni wọ́n rọ̀ láti tẹ̀lé àwọn ìlànà iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe wọn káàkiri onírúurú ẹ̀ka wọn. Wọ́n ní nípasẹ̀ èyí ni yóò fi ẹ̀rí ìdánilójú hàn fún ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Gbólóhùn ọ̀rọ̀ náà ló jẹ́ ọ̀kan pàtàkì ìfomijomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ níbi ìṣísọlójì ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ti ọdún yìí fún fífi okun kún agbára ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó wáyé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Nina Musa tó mú ìròyìn wá sọ wípé àwọn onírúurú òfinagbògbò tí wọ́n jẹ́ akópa níbi ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀hún tọdún yìí ni wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ fún àwọn ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ọ̀gá àgbà olùdarí ẹ̀ka ọ́fíìsì àjọ tìjọba Mamman Amadu tí wọ́n ṣe aṣojú fún níbi ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀hún rọ gbogbo àwọn olùkópa láti mọyì ìkópa tí wọ́n kó gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀kan nínú òṣìṣẹ́ àjọ ẹ̀ka tìjọba nípa gbígbógun ti ìwà ìbàjẹ́ àti pàápàá jùlọ láti túbọ̀ fi okun kún agbára ètò okòwò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí nípasẹ̀ títẹ̀lé àwọn ìlànà iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe wọn. Olùdarí ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀hún sọ wípé ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà yóò túbọ̀ pèsè ààyè fún gbogbo olùkópa láti ṣàfihàn ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye wọn lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ wọn tí wọ́n yàn láàyò, pàápàá jùlọ àwọn ìdojúkọ àti ọ̀pọ̀ àǹfààní tó rọ̀gbà yíká fífi okun kún agbára ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Tọ́ àsùnjì lórun ta àṣálẹ́ ìní Jésù tán Moses ti wà níkàlẹ̀ láti mú ìyókù ròyìn wá fún iná èdè Ògùn. Gbẹ̀ngà Olóyèdè ń kí yín. Ire o.
Me kudo jaye me kudo do mi kwa po do ni ti son enti Jesu ton Moses well ni o to bogan Bola Ahmed Tinubu to gbe we ko bayo temezedo o me yin o division ato yoyo aton ye ko de na to mo do ye je o teme ta ide o division ato to holuzon to gbo Nigeria to me to ye me ye do alo ye me we yin o mesunu Balarabe Abbas Lawal son Kaduna ye mateme wẹ́yìn òmẹ̀yẹ náà yín òde fẹsẹ̀ wọn àtọ́ onúgò pọ́pọ́tọ́ náà ò lẹ́dọ́lẹ̀ sí ọ̀họ́ Jamila Ibrahim wẹ́sán èdè sàn Kwara yìí mátẹ̀mẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn òmẹ̀yẹ náà wà zán tàyídì òde fẹsẹ̀ wọn àtọ́ náà ò jọjà ìpọ́lẹ̀ sí ọ̀họ́ tó gbé mẹ́ mọ̀kẹ́dẹ́ ọ̀ Délé Ọláwándé sàn Ondo yìí mátẹ̀mẹ̀ wẹ́yìn òde fẹsẹ̀ wọn àtọ́ ẹ̀yìn náà wà zán náà ò ẹ̀yìn ò jọjà lẹ́ẹ̀tàn lọ́sùn mọ́gà to wonu he yenyo me he ko ye do na bodun ye to gbe godo anyo de he ye somundo e ba ya isinsin o to gbo Nigeria to sin onu kan tole sin onu iwa to titulo godo o egbe we yan za he ko ze do bo na do furin onu ruru si o ho le do ayon to tigba to azan lo furin me we o to gbo holu ko na to gbo to gbo nle do onu ruru we yan de he na wure a weton wọ́bíríbá náà ò tó mẹnu lẹ́ẹ̀ tó kíkọ́ mẹ́ òmè yín ò dèbí sọ́wọ́ àtọ́ náà ò ẹ̀yìn ò lulẹ̀ gèrè hó sí ò títò tó gbó mẹ́ wẹ́yìn ò dé dọ̀hó lọ ẹnẹ Abubakar Kyari ètò ìyá dọ̀ àfọ̀dédé ò tó gbó họ́lú ò gàdúdú ò Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tán wẹ́yìn ò dé kò dé pa nádùmọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀yìn ò dé wa àzọ́ ẹ̀yìn ò nùdúrú lẹ́tọ̀ gàjí nádùdíkẹ́ nùdúrú tí kiri náà ò tó mẹnu lẹ́ẹ̀ ẹwà tó yà dọ̀ àfọ̀dédé tó gbọ́ lùtọ̀ sí sẹ́tọ̀ dín wẹ́yìn náà tó mọ̀ dọ̀ ó pa dídó mọ́kọ̀ tán wẹ́yìn òde èyí mọ̀ ẹ̀díẹ̀ tán dọ́gbọ̀n tètò mẹ́mẹ́ èyí kò sẹ́tọ̀ àyílẹ̀ dalẹ̀ tòun èyí jìgá ìwọ́n tẹ̀mẹ́ wẹ́yìn tó yà dọ̀ òjìgún dídó ìnádìíkẹ́ bọ̀ ò gbàdó ní tíì kànjí wẹ́yìn òde èyí tó àzọ́ ẹ̀tàn wa náà ó sì tọ́ dìkẹ́ bọ̀ mọ́dọ̀ ìpẹ́nukú ònùdù sí òhógò tó gbé mẹ́ òpọ́n èèyàn zan ose atontɔɖe wɛyin ɖe eye ko bɛdze edzi na oye me ye no xɔnu ziza do axɔlu zɔƒe le o titɔlɔ wɛyin ɖe eye bɛdze edzi to awɔni mateme fi le to egbe nisɛmitɔ nerɔ nina musa he nu wa lɔtɛn do ya dɔ okplɔ ose atɔntɔlɔ wɛyin ɖe he yeze do ayi na do mɔ dɔ yeme he bɛdze azɔlɔdzi yɔyɔ na do no xɔnu do axɔlu zɔme o to bo Nigeria to mele when you de ye ba yo plona ye bonu he onu ki ho to alo he yanji bodo de he ko de anaro do gbon se he bla onu ki ho to a holu zomele when you de he na mo do ye pon onu ye me he yo gbeto yo yo lole na be ja so lo ti to tin na ni to yo onu he yin bibi o to mesi na do mo do ye pe nu kan ko ganji na do mo do ye wa so lo dai de he o se ko de anaro na do mo do onu ki ho when you de go alo na unu kon ya holu zo ton to togbo e me brebo in lo ha foto file to ko ja ka je so to kuno si ni kame me ko to rido